I haven't had any really bad situations, but I've had some situations where it's nearly like blown up in my face. There is an example with a healthcare, with someone who was a nurse, and we were talking about this very sort of structured healthcare thing. And as it turns out, she had a very strong opinion on it. And I sort of was like, we're going to be talking about this today, and I'm going to show you this feature, and it's about this. And she was like, you know what? I'm done with this call. It's nothing personal, but as it turns out, I think this particular type of sort of form is ruining healthcare. I'm done. And so I was like, okay. And my boss was actually sitting across the table and taking notes, and you could see the look of horror on his face. And I had to take a few deep breaths, and I was like, okay, that's totally fine. You know what? We don't need to talk about that or even look at that, but I'm really interested in knowing why you actually don't like this, because obviously this is something that we're building, that other people have told us is important. But if you hate it, I really want to know, because if you hate it, you are not the only one. And I really care about making, the world better for nurses, especially you guys are the ones who have it tough. So I managed to reel her back in, and we ended up having a conversation about this particular sort of healthcare policy in this future. It ended up being one of the best, most positive, useful conversations I had about healthcare, because I didn't sort of push my agenda on her. I sort of had to go off script. I try to not have a very strict script anyway, but essentially I had to just take some deep breaths and be like, all right, she's getting hostile, but you know what? Let's turn this into an opportunity to talk about what really matters to her, because this was clearly something she was passionate about. So I think you need to do that with the people you encounter. Sometimes they're going to get really upset about something. If they're upset about something, that means they care. And the people who care are the ones that you actually really want to talk to, because that's passion is something that you're actually really going to encounter. So I've had that happen a few times.